Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Core Vintage Series, sponsored by Joker Graphics, Rays, and the Wooden Nickel Woodworking. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the delay for tonight's broadcast. It's been a busy day, had to work some overtime, but we are here. We are ready to race. We have 15 drivers out on the track right now. Looks like some other people might be working overtime as well. I know some areas are pretty snowed in, and I know some of those guys have to work late. So with that being said, let's put on a good race for these guys. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Racecraft TV. I'm going to be your host for tonight, Randall Alvarez. A little bit about tonight's race. Let's put this up there. We're going to be racing at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Looks like it's a nice, cool day today. This is a very tight track, but looks like these guys, I was able to pop in just for a couple seconds while I was watching practice, and it looks like these guys are throwing down some good times. So let's see what the lineup for qualifying is going to be. So we have Nick Nickerson in first. Looks like Carl Handwerk following up behind him. Paul Butler in third. Wes Fuller in fourth. Pull this down a little bit. Joshua Kirch in 5th. 6th going to Dalton Drummond. 7th, Christopher Hamilton. 8th, Joshua Billiter. 9th, Jimmy Covert. Willie Evernham in 10th. Andrew Gunther in 11th. Mark Thomas in 12th. Dylan McDonald in 13th. Matt Crockett in 14th. And Dave Lohr in 15th. 15 drivers out on the track. And looks like we're waiting on 2 more to connect. We'll see if they throw down some times. Looks like, oh, nope, they are connected. Kevin Foster out there right now, hitting the track. Let's see what he can do. Let's go ahead and jump over to him. And there we go, Kevin Foster finding his slot in 6th place. Good, nice cushion place to be. Not too far forward, but not too far back. Where you definitely have a hard time making your way up there. All right. So looks like we're waiting. We got 3 minutes left on practice. Hope everyone had a great Monday. Mine was hectic, but it was still really good. And it's going to get better with this race going on tonight. Nashville, haven't been here before. This is the first time for me, so we'll have to see how these guys drive it out. And I know for some of these guys, it might be a first time hitting the track. This was one of the tracks you have to pay for, so we'll have to see what comes of it. So far, it looks pretty controllable. Looks a little bit like, trying to think. Looks like a little bit of a narrow. I'm trying to remember what track this reminds me of. My first instinct is to say Bristol, but it's not. It's looks like a narrow track, nice high banking turns. Exits look pretty good. Definitely going to be a 1-lane drive. Can see that kind of unfolding there just by the way Kevin's taking those corners. He's being pushed out to the mid lane right there, which is means that if he's going to be pushing in pretty hard, we know that some other guys that are going to be tucked in behind him are going to have a hard time. So we're probably going to see these guys stretch out into a single lane driving style, and we'll have to see how it just goes from there. Still waiting on Adam Jones to finish qualifying. Beautiful shot of Nashville. All right, just waiting on these guys to jump over to the next session. And here we go. For tonight's grid, it's going to be Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, Paul Butler, Wes Fuller, Joshua Kirch, Kevin Foster, Dalton Drummonds, Christopher Hamilton, Joshua Billiter, Jimmy Covert, Willie Evernham, and Andrew Gunther in our 12 positions right now. Following them up will be Mark Thomas, Dylan McDonald, Matt Crockett, Dave Lohr, and Adam Jones. Go ahead and roll through these guys. Huh, interesting. Didn't save those. Well, we'll deal with that later then. Never mind. All right, here we go. And we are on the track. And looks like we got one more lap before we take the green flag. Anticipation is building. This outside line is going to be a little dangerous for these guys. If just from looking at how these guys are having to qualify, I feel like we're going to see a lot of single lane driving right now, especially to start. We have 125 laps to go. Definitely see these guys lining it up and just riding it out. But hey, you never know. These guys might get a little antsy and try and race it pretty hard in the beginning. One way to find out. As the pace car drops off, cue the music. Green flag high up in that air. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nashville Fairgrounds. We are taking the green flag. Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk start off with a great drag down into the corner. Carl staying in the second lane. Good exit there from both drivers, side by side, not giving up. Looks like everyone else doing the same thing. We're going to have a drag race around this into three. Looks like Wes Fuller steps out just a tad bit into lane 3. Carl Handwerk falling back just a tad bit as Nick Nickerson pushes up into a second lane. Wes Fuller trying to drive the outside line. Looks like he's diving back down into position. Paul Butler needs to be careful. Kevin Foster's around. He's into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, the caution is out. Kevin Foster coming off a little too hot out of that corner. Loses his back end. Sends it down into the wall. Ouch. Rough start for some of these drivers, but so far wasn't too bad for everyone else.
All right, Kevin, that was on you, you said?
Yep, I'm already back here.
That
Really, Kevin, that wrecks? Jesus,
Make sure
Kevin.
Make sure if you
Yeah, I ran up on Paul and hit the brake and then unloaded the car, and it's downhill from there.
All right, and we're back. Let's go to a quick commercial break while these guys finish up. Actually, no, I believe they were one to go after we cross the line. Yep, lights are off. Green flag up in the air. Let's get ready to go green this lap around. Test. All right. And we are green to go. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Nickerson with a great start up in front. Carl Hamrick tucked in behind him. Looks like Paul Butler now has to give way to Wes Fuller's. Oh, Wes almost getting to the rear quarter panel of Carl Hamrick there, going at a 2. Down into 3 and 4. Looks like we have a little bit of a shuffle there. Paul Butler, Christopher Hamilton, and the number 4, that's going to be Dalton Drummond's. Josh Kirch to his outside. Hamilton looking for a position. Looks like he got in front of Paul. Paul hit the brakes, drops off. Dalton pushing in, trying to keep Paul to the outside. Race is going to be between Dalton Drummond and Paul Butler right now. These two fighting for position. Paul Butler wants to stay in 5th, does not want to give it up to Dalton Drummond. Dalton blinking out just a tad bit there. And there he goes, getting up ahead of him. And this is it. Nick Nickerson is up in front and clocked out. Wes Fuller chasing down Carl Handwerk, going into turn 3 and 4 on that exit. Wes is just a little too hot in there. He's, I think, scrubbing some speed off as he comes out of that corner, and Chris is catching up to him. You can see Wes kind of sending it in just a tad bit. Ooh, Carl, great recovery there. Catches the apron, upsets his car just a tad bit. Wes Fuller trying to straighten himself out of that corner. Christopher Hamilton giving Wes a run for his money side by side. Down into 3 and 4. Takes him on the inside and overturns. Can he correct it? Well, there we go. Look at that. Christopher Hamilton makes a mistake, gets into that apron, and then straightens his car out. Talk about a wheelman there. And he's going to... Oh, Wes Fuller does the same thing, and he's out. Ladies and gentlemen, the caution has been thrown. Wow. Wes Fuller biting the wall and dropping himself down into the 14th place. Oof. Let's get to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
We needed more.
More from our bodies.
More from our minds.
So we went on a mission.
To study the top level of performance across every competitive playing field.
To find what fuels the highest level of athletes, businessmen, and gamers.
Through intense trials across every competitive landscape, we found that there were 5 undeniable principles that help your body operate at the highest level of peak performance all the time.
Focus. The ability to visualize and execute with precision. Focus is the single most important component when it comes to performance.
We combined multiple choline sources, including alpha-GPC, choline bitartrate, along with L-tyrosine to help boost mental performance.
Recovery.
We need to take you from 5% to 100% as fast as possible.
Bounce back with nourishing BCAAs.
For body and mind. Energy.
Fuel to get the job done. Answer the bell with confidence that you'll be able to attack energy and intensity.
We mix a blend of instant and sustained release caffeine to light a fire with
300 milligrams of GO.
stamina.
The willpower to see it to the end.
But true stamina is coming back day after month after year. We incorporated L-carnitine to deliver energy on a cellular level, with betaine anhydrous and taurine augmenting those effects.
Hydration. Sports science was built on hydration, and it's no secret why.
That's why we added a blend of electrolytes to help sustain performance. We tried all of the other energy drinks. They may help you stay awake, but not much else. We combined all 5 pillars of performance into one single form.
Focus.
Recovery.
Energy,
Stamina.
and hydration. We call it Refresh Technology.
And it delivers more.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'd like to thank Ray's Energy Drinks, Wood and Nickel Woodworking, and Joker Graphics as we get ready to take the green flag. Once again, top 6, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, Christopher Hamilton, Dalton Drummond, Paul Butler, and Josh Kirch, and Josh Billiter to his left. Look at that. Repping our Wood and Nickel paint scheme. And here we go. Green flag up in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to racing. Christopher Hamilton also looking for a place to go. Off the bat, Kant decides, drops in behind Nick. Handwork taking him on the outside, does not want to give position. Think they're going to go for a drag race once more. Dalton Drummond's blinking out there. Got to be careful with that. That's going to be on Christopher Hamilton to watch out, not get caught up in that. Carl gets a second shot at not letting Nick break away. It's been tough. Sends it in the corner a little deep. Oh, he's got it correct. He made a mistake. That was going to cost him some time and some speed. Dalton's going to go ahead and be able to catch up. And there we go, back into single lane racing. Question is, can Carl make up that time? Just a few thousandths of a second behind him, or hundredths of a second. Still has an opportunity. Going to go ahead and ride along with Carl Handwork. Give you guys a little bit of feel what it's like to be on the inside. Look how much they have to wheel that car. Constantly making small adjustments. Nick also making a mistake there, back end stepping out on him. We just saw that happen to Carl a couple laps ago. This is what we're going to come to expect from this car. If these guys are going to be pushing it, their back end is going to sling out, and they're going to have to get it under control. We saw Christopher Hamilton have that issue on 3 and 4 halfway through it, and he was able to correct it. The caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like a car spun around. That's going to be... looks like Mark Thompson caught up in that. Let's get to a quick commercial break, and we'll check up and see what happened.
Welcome to our music festival,
All right, here we go. Riding along with Mark Thomas right now. Looks like he's on the inside. Clean exit. Oh! Looks like Wes Fuller a little loose on that corner. Gives him a quick little slap. Ouch.
Anytime you can have a product that can truly change someone's life, I think that's an incredibly powerful product. I can't tell you how long we put into research and development for this. Most liquid carnitine is around 1,500 milligrams. We have a 2,000 milligram blend of 4 different types of liquid carnitine. We also have GBB, so you're actually going to be burning fat after you consume this product. This is going to make you sweat. This is going to make you not want to stop. You are going to perform like you've never performed before, and I can promise you that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So the lineup, top 6, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwork, Dalton Drummond, Christopher Hamilton, Josh Kirch, and Paul Butler behind him. So some changes we made to this season. As you can see, lapped traffic is not up in front, and I believe they get wave rounds. A lot of these guys were having a hard time keeping up, and it was a little demoralizing to be stuck back there. And then pretty much, unless you get lucky with cautions and you're up in front, you're not really going to get your laps back. So this is a different way to give these guys a better chance to be up there. Winston Cup rules are tough, very tough. All right, lights are off. Let's get ready to see some racing. Green flag up in the air. Pace car going to be dropping off soon. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Racecraft TV. We have tons of racing coming your way now that we've merged with them. Going to be a lot of stuff happening. And there we go. Great start by Nick once more. Carl a little bit behind the bubble on that one, but Dalton looks like he's pushing Hamilton out a tad bit, gets up in front of him. Battle between Paul Butler right now and Kirch. Down into the straight. Paul not giving up just yet. Josh right ahead of him. Give you a little bit of an onboard view of what's going on out there right now. Ooh. Look at that. Having to lock up the brakes in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Ouch. Gotta be careful. All right, let's check up front. Nick still strong lead. Carl Handwerk right behind him. Dalton Drummond's holding on strong, but Christopher Hamilton wants to get around him. Look at that. He's hungry. He wants to get some positions done. As you can see, this track is extremely bumpy. Riding along with Christopher Hamilton right now, sitting in 4th. Coming out of 2. A little bit of wall slapping there by Carl Handwerk. Chris sends it into the inside. Dalton, he's around. Can he correct it? Oh, he keeps it from the wall, but the caution does come out. Oh, nope, he touched it. Just a tad bit. Tippy tap. Dalton Drummond's. Ouch. Well, Hamilton getting his 3rd place now. Looks like Nickerson dropping in to the pits. Most likely Carl and a couple of other drivers will be doing the same. We'll have to see what happens after this commercial break.
Welcome to our music festival, Mark. Welcome to our music festival, Mark.
Anytime you can have a product that can truly change someone's life, I think that's an incredibly powerful product. I can't tell you how long we put into research and development for this. Most liquid carnitine is around 1,500 milligrams. We have a 2,000 milligram blend of 4 different types of liquid carnitine. We also have GBB, so you're actually going to be burning fat after you consume this product. This is going to make you sweat. This is going to make you not want to stop. You are going to perform like you've never performed before, and I can promise you that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, looks like Nick in the number 2 is back in the line. Everyone else staying out. Haven't seen them hit the pits. They've gone around twice. Lights should be going off this lap around. I spoke too soon. I guess we got one more. Thought I saw him twice. Maybe I only saw him once. All right, there we go. Pace car is off. Ladies and gentlemen, green flag up in the air. It's going to be Christopher Hamilton and Carl Handwerk neck and neck on this restart. Carl with a good start. Chris tucking in behind him. Down the line behind him, we have Dylan McDonald in front of Paul Butler. Willie Evernham sitting in 5th. So far, a good spread on the field. Carl Handwerk, Christopher Hamilton, Dylan McDonald's, Paul Butler, Willie Evernham, Mark Thomas, top 6 right now. But the battle, look at that. Nick moving up the field. Check one off the list, going for another. Mark Thomas right in front of him. Mark makes a mistake. Nick slides down into the apron, side by side with him. Takes him down the line, down into turn 3. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful pass. A little bit of rub, but nothing too serious out there. And same, Willie Evernham. Another great pass made. Nick looking for another one on the inside. Goes for a 2-for-1. Is Willie going to close the door? Beautiful. Willie Evernham closes the door on Nick, but look at that. Steps out lane 2. Side by side going into the back straight. Nick getting a little loose. Same thing with Willie. No! Evernham back in, steps out on him. He's got to let off. No. Ah, what a battle. We'll get him next time. And I believe the caution's going to be coming out. Yeah, that most definitely is going to be a caution out there. Let's do a quick replay and find out what happened, but definitely see what's going on out there. I'll be right back.
Time you can have a product that can truly change someone's life. I think that's an incredibly powerful product. I can't tell you how long we put into research and development for this. Most liquid carnitine is around 1,500 milligrams. We have a 2,000 milligram blend of 4 different types of liquid carnitine. We also have GBB, so you're actually going to be burning fat after you consume this product. This is going to make you sweat. This is going to make you not want to stop. You are going to perform like you've never performed before, and I can promise you that.
All right, here we go. So keep your eye on Dalton Drummonds as he goes to the inside, catches Jimmy Covert. Oh, takes them both around. Ooh, and scoops up the number 23. That's a bummer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a quick caution report on what happened. We'll be right back with the live scene. All right, look at this. Hold up. Is that Andrew Gunther I see out there? Andrew, what are you doing? All right, let's take a look at everyone's pit stops, pit times. All right, looks like Gunther has stayed out, decided not to take any pits. Number 2 of Nick also dropping in, grabbing a couple. All right, lights are off. Let's look at this lineup right now. Andrew Gunther up in front, Nick sitting in 2nd, Joshua Billiter in 3rd, Carl Handwerk in 4th, Christopher Hamilton 5th, Mark Thomas in 6th. We'll have to see how this restart takes place. It's going to be a hairy one. That's going to be my guess. And we are green to go. Gunther with a great start up in front, but Nick just has, no one's got anything for him right now. He's just got such a dominating lead. Gunther, oh, get it straight. Great recovery there by Gunther. That was intense. Looking up top, Gunther, Billiter side by side, going into turn 1 and 2. Hamilton, he's got to make his way around both drivers. Looks like Gunther is slowing down just a tad bit. Hamilton's going to take him on the outside, beat him down into 3. Thomas looking for that opening as well. McDonald looking for that drive-through. And I think he found it. Hamilton looking to the inside of Billiter, takes him into 3. Billiter steps out. Oh! McDonald almost making contact with the wall. And the caution is out once more tonight at Nashville. Oof. Looks like Mark Thomas and a couple of the drivers got into it. That's a rough one. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Nick already back up there in front. After taking a pit stop, finding himself mid-pack, drives himself up there. He is a dominating force right now. I don't know if anyone's got anything for him. All right, lights are off. We're getting ready to go green. 57 laps down. All right, pace car is off the track. Restarts on the number 2. And there we go. Beautiful start by all the drivers. Ooh, we got to move up in front. Fuller driving the outside. Beats Paul. Goes after Foster and Willie side by side. He's trying to make some big moves right now. He wants to make up time. Evernham losing position to Fuller. Fuller now has Dylan McDonald up in front of him. We have Carl Handwerk looking to make a move on Nick. Gets into him, taps him just a tad bit. And still, no! Christopher Hamilton, can he correct it? Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Hamilton, the number 64, the man who dances with death. He has come so close to hitting the wall and corrects it every single time. You gotta love it. Yellow flag has been thrown, and Carl Handwerk's in the lead. Beautiful battle between him and Nick. Love to see that. Hamilton almost got into that fight, but he got a little loose out of that corner. Looks like Fuller caught up in a pretty heavy accident. Let's go ahead and jump over to that after a quick commercial break.
Welcome to our music festival, Martin. Welcome to our music festival, Martin.
All right, here we go. Keep an eye on the number 35 as he goes into 3 and 4. Oh, sorry, 1 and 2. Slaps the wall, comes down, tries to correct it. Ooh, spins himself around, but does not pick up Willie Evernham on that one. Great call by Josh there, saving his fellow racer from an accident. Let's get back live. All right, so out in the track, Handwerk, McDonald, Thomas, Gunther, Covert, and Lohr. Oh, shout out to Dave. Running another cherry wine paint scheme. Love it. All right, lights are off. Here we go. Pace car off, getting ready for the green flag. Carl punches it right out of turn 4. Dominating lead. Dylan McDonald and Mark Thomas trying to keep up with them. Behind them, Gunther and Nickerson. Nick looking to eat up some positions out there, but look at that. Dylan McDonald doing a great job up in front. Keeping it nice and low, not letting Nick get too much position on him. and slide up and carry that speed through, really. A little bit of a close call there. Nick able to get around him and get into third place. Willie Evernham also looking to make that pass. Beats him into one. And completes it out of 2. McDonald trying to hold on strong. Nick looking for a pass on Thomas. Thomas holding that mid to low line. Sends it in, taps the brakes. That's the opening Nick was looking for. Those small mistakes make such a big change out on the track, and you can see side by side now. Nick's going to race him down into the corner. He's going to stay up high, push Thomas to the outside of the wall, and just maintain his speed, touch the apron just a tad bit. Thomas comes to the inside, a little bit of a tap, and we should see a completion on the exit of 4 from Nick, completely sealing the deal up in front of Thomas. That's tough. A battle between McDonald and Foster right now. Hamilton right behind him. Foster looking to the inside. McDonald right in that second line. Foster looking good out there. Oh, whoa! Thomas in the sideways. No time to react. Foster just gets into him. That is definitely going to be yellow flag. Ouch. Hate to see that. Let's get an in-person view from what happened there after a quick commercial break.
Anytime you can have a product that can truly change someone's life, I think that's an incredibly powerful product. I can't tell you how long we put into research and development for this. Most liquid carnitine is around 1,500 milligrams. We have a 2,000 milligram blend of 4 different types of liquid carnitine. We also have GBB, so you're actually going to be burning fat after you consume this product. This is going to make you sweat. This is going to make you not want to stop. You are going to perform like you've never performed before, and I can promise you that.
All right, here we go. So you can see Foster can see Thomas turn in the midway into 2. He's like, okay, I got this. And Thomas turns up, and clips him. Oh, man, that is so frustrating. What a bummer. All right, Foster back out in the track. Lineup's going to be Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, Willie Evernham, Christopher Hamilton, Andrew Gunther, Josh Kirch, Joshua Billiter, Dave Vlor, Paul Butler, Dalton Drummonds, Matt Crockett, Jimmy Covert. At the moment. Man. It was pretty much, it looked like he was just going to drop down to that apron, stay out of the way, and it looks like he just got turned back up due to the fact that apron's pretty sharp of an angle. That's upsetting. All right, lights are off. Pace car dropping into the pits. Who is going to get the lead? Restarts on Carl. And there we go. Carl punches it. Nick straight on his tail. Evernham and Hamilton doing a great job going into 1 and 2. Evernham doing a great job out there. Holding position, making some moves. Solid choices out on the track. Hamilton, he's been doing very well, but he's had a couple mistakes out there. But he's been correcting them. This man has not yet touched the wall. And there we go. Nick sends it in on 4. Goes for the completion side by side. Carl's going to try and close the door on him. He's going to keep it tight. Nick's back end steps out of him. Carl beats him down the line. Hamilton looking for position on him as well. Hamilton wants to stay slightly out of the fight, but wants to capitalize on any mistakes Nick's going to make. And look at that. Driving the mid to high line. Hamilton holding position, drops in, closes the door, and is up in front. Nick not wanting to give it up. Sends a little bit of a slide job there. A little bit of short track driving from Nick. Look at that. Sends it in again. And again, he's going for it side by side with Hamilton. Nick's back end steps out once more. Corrects it. Gets back in line. He's losing position left and right and is still going for it. He feels like he has a fast line. He just hasn't fully claimed where it's going to be. Two positions lost and still going. Handwork. Hamilton. Nickerson side by side with Willie Evernham once again. Not giving up one bit. Going into 1 and 2. This one he's always been kind of a little loose on. Actually, sorry, he's been loose on 3 and 4. 1 and 2 he's been okay. Down the straight. Still trying to beat him into the corner. Looks like he's given up on throwing those little slide jobs. He's just going to try and race him straight up now. Evernham loses it in the back end, slaps the wall on the outside. No caution thrown yet. Keeps it as clean as possible. Looks like Evernham losing 3 positions after that. Nick all by his lonesome now. The battle is going to be between Foster and McDonald right now, fighting for 4th, 5th. Oh, looks like Josh steps out. Dalton trying to get in the mix. Drummonds makes clear. Foster has Evernham and Drummonds right behind him. Checking up front. Handwork. Hamilton clocked out a little bit. Nick trying to catch up to that group. A battle in the back right now. Looks like for 5th place. Drummond's trying to just get out of there. Josh, Foster, and Evernham not wanting to let him go. McDonald telling Drummonds, get off my tail, man. But Drummond's persistent. And the number 4 Budweiser sends it in on the inside. McDonald has to push up. Going into 3 and 4. Yellow flag is thrown. And McDonald seals it. Ooh. Wow. That was close. Looks like Matt Crockett and Dave Lord got caught up in an accident. Let's jump to a quick commercial break and find out what happened.
Anytime you can have a product that can truly change someone's life, I think that's an incredibly powerful product. I can't tell you how long we put into research and development for this. Most liquid carnitine is around 1,500 milligrams. We have a 2,000 milligram blend of 4 different types of liquid carnitine. We also have GBB, so you're actually going to be burning fat after you consume this product. This is going to make you sweat. This is going to make you not want to stop. You are going to perform like you've never performed before, and I can promise you that.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Crockett going into 3 on the exit of 4. Looks clean. See his back end kind of stepping out. Up. Does not stay connected. Jimmy Cover gives him a tap, and Dave Lord barely dodges him. But he meets the wall. And that is it for that replay tonight. Up in front, handwork Hamilton. McDonald out in the track. All right, lights are off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pretty much in the home stretch right now. 97 laps completed. 125 is our finishing lap count, and we are right there. We're on the bubble of 25 laps to go before we get that white flag. It's going to be handwork, Hamilton, McDonald's, Billiter, Nickerson, and Drummond's top 6 right now for this restart. Carl punches it. Hamilton's got to be easy to the gas. Gonna follow McDonald right now, as the battle is definitely going to be for 3rd. I can feel it. Nick's been making moves out there. He's going to do it again. He's going to try to beat him down into the line. Not taking any prisoners. Oh, Joshua Billiter trips sideways, clips Kevin Foster. Right on the bubble of 100 laps. Oh, wow. Ouch. That is going to ruin someone's night. Back under caution again. What will happen? All right, this should be the lap those lights come off and we get ready to go green. Should be 20 laps to go before the white flag. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. There is no room for pit stops, error, or mistakes. We have Carl Handwerk, Christopher Hamilton, Nick Nickerson, Drummonds, Evernham, and Paul Butler in the top 6. Gunther sitting in 7th, and we are good to go. Green flag's out. Carl punches it, going into 1 and 2. Hamilton, he's going to drive the outside. I think he's got some pretty worn tires. He's not going to push the issue. He's been able to hold up against Nick, but he's not been able to fend him off for too long. Hamilton likes that mid to high line. It's been treating him well. A little bit of contact with the wall from Evernham there. Hamilton letting Nick go by. He can't do too much about it. And I really think it's down to tire wear. Drummond's looking also to the inside. Hamilton not letting him by. Going into 3 and 4. It's going to be Handwerk, Nickerson, and Hamilton right behind him. I don't think Hamilton has anything in the bag right now for both 1 and 2. Nick steps to the inside. Can Carl play any defense? Nick's going to try to beat him to the line. Down into 3 and 4. Carl closes the door just a tad bit. Oh! Drummond's up and around. That is going to be a caution. Handwerk still holds the lead. Hamilton in 3rd. Nickerson in 2nd. Evernham in 4th right now. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
We needed more.
More from our bodies.
More from our minds.
So we went on a mission.
To study the top level of performance across every competitive playing field.
To find what fuels the highest level of athletes, businessmen, and gamers.
Through intense trials across every competitive landscape, we found that there were 5 undeniable principles that help your body operate at the highest level of peak performance all the time.
Focus. The ability to visualize and execute with precision. Focus is the single most important component when it comes to performance.
We combined multiple choline sources, including alpha GPC, choline bitartrate, along with L-tyrosine to help boost mental performance.
Recovery.
We need to take you from 5% to 100% as fast as possible.
Bounce back with nourishing BCAAs.
For body and mind. Energy.
Fuel to get the job done. Answer the bell with confidence that you'll be able to attack with energy and intensity.
We mix a blend of instant and sustained release caffeine to light a fire with
300 milligrams of GO.
stamina.
The willpower to see it to the end.
But true stamina is coming back day after month after year. We incorporated L-carnitine to deliver energy on a cellular level, with betaine anhydrous and taurine augmenting those effects.
Hydration. Sports science was built on hydration, and it's no secret why.
That's why we added a blend of electrolytes to help sustain performance. We tried all of the other energy drinks. They may help you stay awake, but not much else. We combined all 5 pillars of performance into one single form.
Focus.
Recovery.
Energy,
Stamina.
and hydration. We call it Refresh Technology.
And it delivers more.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. One lap before the lights are off. And we are going to be right on the bubble, 12 laps to go before that white flag gets shown up in the air. All right, lights are off, green flag. next lap around. Look at the marbles on that track. It has been a long race for these drivers. 12 laps to go before the white flag. Handwork, Nickerson, Evernham, Hamilton, Butler, and Kirsch. Here we go. Cue that music. Raise that green flag up in the air. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing with 12 laps to go before the white flag. Handwork with a great start. There's going to be a battle for third, a battle for second. Most definitely as we go down into the straight. Is Handwork going to lose position to Nick? Or are these guys going to get into it? Side by side, still going down the back straight. Nick with a little bit of a nose ahead. But look at the battle between between Evernham and Hamilton. A little bit of a touch there. Handwork drops behind. Evernham takes third. Handwork looking to the inside. Both of them back end stepping out. They are pushing it to the limit right now. Nick trying to correct it. Losing some speed. Going into 1 and 2. Handwork able to catch up to him. Side by side down the corner out of 2. Handwork a little touch on the apron. Gonna try and take him in 3 and 4. Nickerson gets sideways. Can he correct it? No, he taps the wall. No caution thrown. Handwork, Evernham, Hamilton making a run for it now. All that's left is McDonald. He's got to catch up to Hamilton right now. And the caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Handwork got into the wall there. Let's go ahead and roll that back and take a look at what happened. Handwork up in front. Over rotates. Oof. Slaps it in. Yellow flag thrown. Evernham up in front. I honestly really hope Willie wins this. Every ounce inside of me, I want to see Willie take podium. As much as I want to see Hamilton and some of the other guys up there, I would love to see Willie up in P1 right now. What a race so far. Both Nick and Handwork. Man, back end stepping out on him. Tire wear, man, it plays a huge factor. There's not much you can do about it other than, drive your line and understand you can't push it past the limit. And both those guys, even 2 laps before Nickerson got into the wall, you saw them. Both their back ends were stepping out on them midway through that corner. They're already pushing it. Anything more, trying to race each other, you're gonna lose it. But if you back off, the other guy's gonna have a chance to recover himself. So you gotta keep the pressure. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much going to be a green-white checkered from here on. We're going to have 1 to white and cross that line and grab that checkered. Unless we're still doing the old Winston Cup rules, which is we could finish under a caution, but I think they changed that, so we're going to have to see what happens. But we should be going green after this lap around. All right. Evernham, Hamilton, Butler, McDonald, Gunther, and Kirch, top 6. Nick and Crockett sitting in 8th and 7th and 8th. Here we go. This is it for all for all the money. What is going to happen? Evernham, great start up front. Beats Hamilton down the line. Takes it into 1 and 2. McDonald looking to get... Oh, that's sorry, that's not Foster. That's Butler. Catching the wall. Oh, wow. It is getting hairy back there. A battle for position. White flags out. No more cautions to come. Hamilton losing to McDonald. McDonald taking second away from him. Slaps into the wall. We have a wreck in the back, but we're staying with the front pack right now. As we race across the line, McDonald, Hamilton. Oh my gosh! What? No! What just happened? All right, we're gonna roll this back because, oh man, that's not right. That's gotta hurt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take this back. I can't believe that happened. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna slow it up a little bit, get up front. All right, here we go. McDonald. Looks like Willie trying to close the door. McDonald holding his line. Willie comes into him, gets a push around, bumps the nose. McDonald's already spun around. He can't do anything about it. Hamilton's got nowhere to go. As they spin around, look at that. Hamilton just hoping to cross the line, beats Paul Butler at his own game. Paul coining the backwards and spinning finish. Hamilton in first, Butler in second, and Nickerson in third. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was insane. All right, let's get to the results for tonight's race. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Wood and Nickel Woodworking, Raise Energy Drinks, and Joka Graphics. Looks like Dave Laura caught up in the catch fence. Oh my gosh. Let's get these guys in the booth. That was heartbreaking. Ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher for tonight, the man that has drove himself, I think, 3 times up the field, Nick Nickerson. I don't think you're expecting this finish.
I was not expecting to be here. I mean, after that wild up and down race, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise, man. After everyone spun, it was anyone's game, really.
Yeah, I mean, my car was toast. So, I lost her on the outside of Carl, battling for the lead, and damaged my car pretty good, I think. I didn't really see any damage from, like, the driver perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But man, like on those last couple laps on the restart, I think the last lap I lost it coming out of 2, smacked the wall, and I thought that was pretty much done.
Yeah.
And then coming out of 4, I just see everybody, all the smoke and everything. I'm like, holy crap! And I just floored it, tried to get it through as quick as possible.
Well, man, you crossed the line, third fastest.
All things considering, but
Go
what
ahead.
a crazy race, man! Like, this track is extremely difficult, but man, it is fun to race.
Yeah,
And,
that looks
I
like a
hope you-
lot of fun, especially seeing you guys throwing in. And I saw you go for a couple slide jobs there. A little testy. It kind of worked, but I think your tires were pretty toast after that.
Yeah, I was trying to get burn them up as quick as possible, and then get new tires as often as I could. When I wasn't in the lead, I relinquished the lead once to get new tires because I wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And it worked out pretty good. And I thought, I mean, I was you're able to kind of really ride the bottom for about maybe 4 laps, like perfectly, and just kind of pass everybody on the bottom. Because honestly, the fastest lane here is like that second lane.
Yeah.
That's why what makes this track so much fun to drive, because the second lane is a fast lane, and it leaves the bottom open for anybody trying to make a pass. You know, you can either be slower. Yeah.
We saw Hamilton do that to you. Hamilton kind of was Hamilton racing against you, where he pretty much didn't let you go. He rode that second or mid to high line and was keeping up with you the whole time.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you can drive defensively right, you can keep the guy on the bottom from getting a good runoff, and that's what he was doing to me, which was really helping his case there.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's really, I mean, from my perspective, it's very easy to get offline if you're running that second lane, though. Let me tell you, because once you get off that second groove, man, you're going to go around. And I think I did like probably 12 times in this race.
Yeah, no.
But all in all, man, that was tons of fun. And congrats to Chris. I think he's the one that made it out of there.
Yep.
Sorry, Willie. Yeah, man.
Yeah, good job out there. You have anyone you want to thank?
And just Carl and everybody that puts on this league, man. And thank you for putting on the broadcast with Racecraft TV.
It's actually, I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Well, congratulations on your third place, and way to survive the night, man.
All right, man. Take care.
You too. Later. Ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher for tonight, a man that has been riding the bubble for this whole race, just sitting on the edge of 5th and 6th and 4th and kind of just dancing back and forth. He had a couple good runs out there, and then he snags a second place. Paul Butler, dude, that was another emotional. I think everyone had an emotional race, but for you, that was a battle. You were in the top 6 for most of the event, and you had to fight hard.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. This was my first official race with these cars, and I was, just trying to keep up with the lead pack at first. I was just trying to stay 4th, 5th place. And then my buddy from England, when he spun out, I got into him and tore my car up a little bit, but I did not take any repairs. I just said, heck with it.
Yep.
Then I went a lap down trying to, just get some of the repairs done.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the dog. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it clean until the last few laps. And then that's whenever I kind of let loose. And I thought I would have had something for him. And whenever Nick got in the wall back in the back, I was coming off of 2. And, I plowed right into the back and when he was stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
I never lifted once. I just kept it going. And then I was like, if I could just get a run and they wrecked, I have a chance. And sure enough, they wrecked. And I seen a gap. And I actually thought I won. But
you missed it by an inch.
Yeah,
you coined the backwards finish, man, and Hamilton beat you to it.
That's right. Yeah, it was. He deserved it. He was there all night long. He was there.
Yeah.
So, I was just lucky to be where I was. So I'll take it, second place.
Definitely. Well, man, I know you got some guys you want to shout out.
Yeah, my brother Larry, my brother Tommy, my nephews Mason and Bryson, my children Caroline, Lincoln, Vivian. I had a buddy that passed away this week, Bobby Tumbleston, Big Bobby. So my heart goes out to his family. And Big Bobby, we love you, brother.
You got it, man. Well, I hope you have a good night. Great job on the finish, and it was a tough fight.
Hey, thanks, Moose. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to you as well. You always do awesome.
Thanks, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher, Christopher Hamilton. Remind me, what place did you finish yesterday?
And which race? There was 2.
Oh, you're right. Second one, because I had you in the podium on the second. I had you in the podium for both, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I finished 2nd and 5th respectively.
Okay, there you go. 2nd and 5th, and a 1st. Not an oval guy. Kind of an oval guy. I think you are an oval guy. You need to change that slogan this year.
I think Carl is going to kill me later. But yeah, that was a case of right place, right time.
I don't think so. That was some really good driving on your part. You had a couple times the car stepped out, and out of everyone, you're the only one that saved your car, and you did it 3 times, if I remember correctly. It was two or three times you completely stepped out, was pretty much sideways, saved the car, and then came back and only lost a position. Everyone else hit the wall.
Maybe it's all the dirt stuff that I've done lately. I don't know.
You know how to carry steer.
I don't know, maybe, but yeah. I wanted new tires, and that one Nick got new tires. I felt like I should have gone there. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, this is about survival now.
Yeah.
And then when everyone was on like older tires, the Extreme Outside came in, and myself and Paul were like, yeah, this line actually works. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then at the end there, when I got past, I was like, okay, I need to stay on the outside, maybe get a good run coming to the finish. And then they started wrecking. I saw my small opening, and I just floored it.
Yeah,
I didn't care.
Not much you can do. But great tumble into the finish. Paul thought he beat you until he looked at the standings.
Yeah, I believe that. I didn't know I won. My car was dead on the inside. Looked down at my black box. I saw number 1 next to my name. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. All right, then. I guess I don't have to worry about this series, especially with the limited schedule. So.
Right. Brutal finish, but definitely a great race, man. I know you have some people, friends and family that you want to shout out.
Ryan McCauley, again, did the paint scheme for tonight, although we're probably going to have to go back to the drawing board, unless you like seeing the Death by Moose Media thing.
I love seeing it. It's awesome. Hey,
okay,
I'm still running it as a production company. It's still alive. It's just it's not the broadcasting company.
Okay, good, because that's staying on the car then.
There we go. I love it. I love seeing those green eyes out there.
All right. He did the paint. Huge. He did the paint actually yesterday too for the truck. So
awesome.
Shouting him out. I know there's some people back home watching right now. Love you guys. Love the support. And thanks, Carl. He's super freaking flexible with me with all my craziness that is work and life. But yeah, we'll take this. Do as much rounds as he can before I can anymore. But yeah.
You got it, man. Well, thank you for your service. You know, like I said before, you're always welcome out on the track. I know Carl is the same way. We love having you out here. You're a great driver. You put on a great show, and this is great. This is a testament to it, man. That was a lot of fun watching you hit the track and give these guys a run for their money. But congratulations on first, dude, and can't wait to see you out next week.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be there.
You got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, wish Chris good night, because we are closing down the broadcast. Chris, I'm going to go ahead and move you up. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you around.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for tonight. Nashville is all closed up. That's right. We're closing the gates. We are going to shut down this broadcast and call it a night. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors for the Core Vintage Cup Series. That's going to be Razor Energy Drinks, Wood and Nickel Woodworking, and Joker Graphics. With that being said, thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you want to, leave some comments. I love reading through them. It's really cool to see you guys interact, and especially for a lot of the drivers out there. I'm pretty sure they appreciate all the support and love that they get from everyone that's tuning in. If you see them out there, you know, you have a chance, or if you see them in person, you know, give them a slap on the back, tell them they did a good job, because this is a very, very tough simulator. And these guys put in a lot of time and effort to be at the level they're at, and it's it's tough. Not everyone can do this. And with that being said, I hope everyone has a great night, had a great Monday, and I'll see you around. We are going to have no broadcasting until we get to Monday again. We're actually going to be on a small hiatus because we have a Super Bowl. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a great week, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.